What's up, guys? Powerbang here, and I'm bringing you guys another strategy guide. This one focusing in on Town Hall 9. You guys had said in my previous video you'd love to see more Town Hall 9 content, so I'm listening. I'm trying to give you just that. So today we're looking at the GoBoLo strategy, which is basically golems, bowlers, and your heroes pushing into the base, similar to the stoned hobo that we talked about in the last strategy guide. This is kind of the same style of entry, but again, we are focusing specifically in on the air defenses in the base. So what kind of bases are we looking for? Bases like this, where if you kind of hone in on the air defenses and look just at those, you see how in the middle of those compartments, if there was, say, bowlers standing on this air sweeper, they'd have a pretty good shot at ruining pretty much all of those air defenses. So let's focus on how we can get to that spot with our bowlers. First off, we're going to need to bring a bunch of tanks, right? Now, this strategy is very flexible as far as how many golems you bring. You're going to bring at least 2. Sometimes you can bring up to 3, depending on how far you think you can get across the base and how reliable the pathing is. If it looks pretty streamlined, like when you scout and you see that, one defense kind of leads to the next, to the next, to the next, you can invest more in your tanking and keep the heroes and the bowlers up the whole raid. It also depends on how much incoming damage there is. And in this base, he's going to hit from the top because you see this compartment here with the archer tower and the elixir storage. Basically, that is a very easy compartment to wall break into. And the compartment itself goes extremely deep. You can drop a jump spell on this junction here, and that is going to lead all the way to the backside of this base. You could literally drop it on this junction and stretch it to this compartment here to get basically troops all the way with one jump, all the way to this clan castle, and then being able to reach the queen from there as well. So very, very high value entry point if you come in from there. So let's watch KC as he does that. As far as the objectives are concerned, you're basically trying to drop in tanking and make sure that you're building a very adequate funnel, setting those edges. We'll watch how he does that here. In go the golems, and then on the outskirts, you'll notice the minion in the corner hut, wizard on that corner hut, and then just basically taking all the buildings out on that side of the base. Now, test wall breaker goes down. It's important to secure the wall breaker position, make sure it's good to go. And then we've got the archer queen coming in behind the golems. Now, one thing that I will point out as far as the strategy is concerned here, his jump spell was too slow. He should have the jump spell on the field as the wall is being broken open. The reason for this is because now that this wall is open, the nearest defensive buildings are still right here for the golem on the right and right here for the golem on the left. If the jump spell was down, that would open the pathing to this building right here, and as the other buildings finally go down, the golems would redirect to go into the core. So you'll see some issues with redirection here, but this just goes to show how strong the bowlers are inside of a rage once you get into the base. So there's the jump spell. Now you see the golem kind of redirecting. He supplements this kill squad with a couple Valkyries as well to help with the CC kill as well as the push. Now, he brings a poison spell to deal with the Valkyries, and look at the rage spell that comes down, and notice the buildings just dropping everywhere, completely wrecking it. Now, after you've kind of pushed into the base, he's identified here that he may have a air defense that remains standing, and he's chosen to bring 2 lava hounds in order to tank the final air defense. Oftentimes you only need 1, but it's a good idea to clear the air traps out of the way for your balloons. So as you kind of clear in and get those air defenses taken care of, you want to make sure that the loons are coming in while your kill squad still survives, because believe it or not, these golems will actually be standing up, tanking the damage of the troops while the balloons are incoming. Same thing is going on down here. Those golems are actually tanking the Teslas as well as the wizard towers. So, again, just like the hogs, you surgically target those balloons into the defenses. And one thing that's pretty key is that you make sure you drop in balloons for the first buildings in that defensive ring. Very easy to overlook those. Right here, these Tesla and this Expo. Very easy to overlook that and send just to the wizard tower and Tesla farm down here. But KC does a great job in remembering to drop balloons for that Tesla. As you can see, it would do some significant damage to his bowlers had he forgotten it. So, really good job there. You use a haste spell if you can afford one. He chose to drop the poison spell out of his army composition to help with